walked into the station. Y'all know I ain't playing. Put a gun up to the counter and shoved it in his face and went.
You didn't start.
That's
You didn't
pretty
say
good.
spraying.
Oh shit.
Start spraying.
Oh yeah, walked into the station. You know I ain't playing. Took the gat out, pulled the Mac out, started spraying. Do, 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 do. Body hit the flow. Praying. I can't change my name.
I'm proud of your rapping
Thanks.
because I wanted to rap. I
went for it.
way recently.
What? Really?
I mean, I've wanted to rap my entire life, and I went through a phase where right before I got sober, on my very first comedy album,
Yeah.
the last track was a freestyle.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you, Kate Wolf?
Awful choice. And it wasn't fun. It wasn't a funny rap,
wasn't
and
funny.
it wasn't a good rap. It was neither.
Oh. Yeah.
That's
I want to hear
available.
that though.
No, I've had it scrubbed.
You had it scrubbed?
Yeah.
Do you remember how it goes?
No, because it was like
Come bust a move where the games are played. It's chill, it's fresh, it's Noah's
I wasn't
Arcade.
that bad.
That's awesome.
I wasn't that
the Chuck
bad.
E. Cheese rap?
But it was pretty bad. Brendan Wardell did the hype man version.
Oh,
of it.
really?
Yeah. He was actually funny.
Was he was funny on your track that wasn't funny?
I wasn't trying not to be funny. I just was freestyling, and so I was just trying to kind of make it sound
Dude,
like music.
hilarious,
It was awful.
bro.
Horrible choice in my business.
What was the thought? What did you want to, how did you want to end it? Like, what, you're like, all right, I'll showcase another skill, or was
Yeah,
this like,
kind of like I
Okay.
wanted people to think that I was talent. I don't know. It was like nobody liked that I rapped.
Hilarious, dude. Did you actually did you also rap other stuff? Like when you were at parties, would you
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah, I'd
and
freestyle,
stuff?
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Comedy parties?
For sure.
was
For
that?
sure.
That was like,
I'm giddy.
I know, but that was so funny, dude. Your laugh has merged into this
I
thing
know.
where it's like, it goes, it's almost like script. Like it goes word to laugh
Well,
so seamlessly.
yeah, you're reading.
You're like, what kind of laugh?
There's no way to make somebody stop having fun than to point out their laugh.
Sorry.
I go, ha 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 ha. You go, what the fuck?
Say the magic word.
Yeah, people say, the comments are saying I have a fake laugh.
Buddy, who you talking to?
You get that too,
yeah,
right?
I'm fucking the white Akash.
Damn, dude, they don't even want us to have fun.
Get 'em.
They're like, how dare you explosively express joy?
Yeah.
How dare you? Must
Oh.
be because your co-host is a millionaire and you're trying to fucking lick his boots.
Is that what they say about it?
That's what they say about Akash.
Oh, hilarious. I
Not
was like,
me.
you're a
I think
millionaire?
Akash is a millionaire now.
Of course he is. He's
Yeah.
doing great.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Wow.
such a fucking dumb thing where it's like, look at him. And it's like, what? Selling great tickets and having his own million subscribers on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Yeah, I mean, it's you read these comments, folks.
Oh, we're getting into it right away.
I'll tell you what, though, I actually, you know what's actually helped me?
Read comments about you.
Oh, yeah, all the time. I mean, I'm like always in the comments, and it's like literally like someone actually said hi Sagalow to one of them. I was like, oh, God, this is bad.
They know.
But it's always like, a lot of people are kind of nice, but there's also some people that are just like, they're like, they're like, oh my God, you're fake laughing and you're this and that. And it's like, do you guys not have friends? Like
No,
this is kind
a
of
lot
how
of them
friends
don't.
interact. But I'll tell you what, I'm done with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm locking in comments wise.
Okay.
Because I was at therapy and I went, I can't
Today?
stop. No, Monday.
Mhm.
And I went, I can't stop looking at the comments. And Alan's like, heard this before. And I'm like, oh man. I was like, he was like, just stop. And
He
I was
called you
like,
a therapy hack.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He's like,
wow.
you're really digging into old material.
But
huh?
I thought about going to Alan just because he understands comedy so well.
I
Yeah.
thought about going to him because I want to be a part of his eventual tell-all book.
Yeah.
I at
Oh,
least
yeah.
want to be, and I was knee-deep in New York
I don't think
comedy.
he's allowed
Mike
to
Cannon was there.
Ever do tell all.
No, confidentiality.
I think it's HIPAA.
Yeah.
Really.
Whoa, I just got here.
That's if
you
he's
guys
an-
already calling me a hippo? What the heck? I just got here.
Welcome.
I don't even
What's-
think I'm like interesting enough to be in his tell-all book.
I disagree.
I
think-
disagree.
I think you've probably said something that has absolutely floored him. And you probably, like what you thought, because sometimes what you think you like drop a hammer with something horrible. I'm the same exact way where I'm like, you won't believe the life trauma I'm
Right.
about to tell you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, we've all done that.
Yeah.
But then I'll say something like, I massaged my kindergarten teacher's feet, and they'll be like, Well, I'm
That's
sorry.
so
You
crazy,
just said that as
dude.
if that's a normal occurrence in somebody's life.
That's so crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Did your kindergartner teacher look like? I'm realizing all these pedophiles that like young boys.
Sleep.
Oh, we can't say that.
No,
all
go ahead.
these
Just for
PDF
7
files.
minutes.
touchy men.
Yeah.
All the whatever.
I like
they all kind of
nonce.
look like the
Nonce
same.
is a good one.
No.
Oh,
Nonce.
nonce.
That's what the British say.
I like that.
Yes.
Allez, nonce.
Yeah, but I bet that's fucking. I bet you can't say that either.
No.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we do get YouTube in Britain.
Yeah, we do. UK YouTube.
Yeah. They all.
YouTube hasn't gone around with their 1 million employees to find out what British slang is.
Yeah. But it's spelled YEWTEWD. YouTube.
It's a good British
They all
accent.
kind of look the same, these
Nonces?
nonces.
Yeah.
They all like the Lou Pearlman.
She was a hot woman, though. I wasn't. Oh, you thought it was a guy?
I thought it was a guy.
No, I don't think I would have. I don't think I could have been convinced to do that at any age.
Brendan, don't shoot.
Give me your money.
Yeah.
I can't. I
God.
can't do it.
Did you get molested?
I don't have the memory of it, but I have all the symptoms.
Did you? Did you get molested?
I don't know if it's called molested. You tell me, okay? It was
Tied? I was hog-tied and brutalized with a broom
I was
handle.
playing a pinball machine, and a couple of guys walked up to me, bent me over the pinball machine, started fucking my asshole. No, there was twas the night before the Thanksgiving Day parade, and all through the house, my cousin asked to see my penis, so I whipped it out.
And he said, "Is that a mouse?"
That's good.
No, yeah, he was like, let me see your, he was like, let me see your dick. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And he's like, do you want to see mine? And I went, I don't want to do that either. And he was like, well, we're going either way. So what do you want to do? And I was
we're
like,
going to the deep end, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So you either put on a life jacket or swim.
He goes, yeah. He's like, we're already going up the roller coaster. Your thing was better.
That's okay.
Can we edit me saying that? I'm going to mouth it.
Going to the deep end, whether you
Now, you put what Cannon just said right here.
put on a life jacket.
And everyone
good.
laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went with me taking my penis out, and he just started kind of poking it like this. And then I put it away.
Did you get hard?
No.
Not at all.
I
You
mean, I
felt
wasn't-
a little
I-
blood flow though. That's why you tucked it back.
I
in.
remember my penis not being able to get hard or soft. It was kind of just like an
It was stuck
antenna.
in purgatory.
It was it was
what
this
is
like
it?
really skinny kind of antenna.
Your penis was around
I
a
hated
T-Rex.
that. That
Yeah.
happened a lot when you were like 8.
Yes. So that's probably when
The
it
skinny
happened.
boner.
Now-
Ever sit for a while and have a completely numb dick?
Yeah.
What is that? Like what are you sitting on that restricts the blood flow?
Veins.
Oh, I've never had a
nerves,
numb dick.
something.
You've never dude, it happened to me. It's only happening to me recently, so that's probably a circulation problem.
Yeah.
But I've been sitting down and gotten up and I'm like, it's gone. It's gone.
Your penis.
Yeah, and I'm like, I have to literally like shake the blood down to my
Whoa.
middle groin area to get some sort of sensation back.
That's crazy.
I
yeah.
love how you think shaking is going to do it.
Gonna get the blood down faster.
He's like, I got to get the blood in my dick.
I've never heard anybody having that issue.
A numb dick?
Yes. I'm
Really never.
I've never
I have.
heard any.
I've had it.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe my penis is just too small. You know what I mean? But I think it's okay. It's my balls that are the problem. My balls are huge.
Mr. Belvedere syndrome.
Is that what that is?
No, Mr. Belvedere famously was at a table read or maybe it was a shoot, and he sat on his balls and injured them. Had to
There's
go to the
nothing
hospital.
worse.
Injured them.
Oh, so he
Oh.
popped one?
I don't know.
Are your balls a different color? I could picture them being very red.
Well, right
like,
now they're definitely red.
they're like
I,
E.T.'s stomach.
Shaved them.
Yeah, they're like that. I think about that Louis joke all the time, where he's describing this area and he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just red and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's exactly what mine looks like. You know.
Just red.
But enough about that.
Yeah, enough about that. I do want. So we've been. I want to hear Brendan's take on this. We've been talking about on the podcast like what our dream job is outside of comedy, like completely disconnected. If you had no attachments, no
Yeah,
personal
no history,
relationships,
no nothing
no
barring
skills
you.
required.
Do I have all of my past already? Like I was in comedy. And
Get
all
out
that
and go.
stuff?
Whatever. It's a fresh start, fresh slate.
Yeah, don't think about it like you like
Like
people
you have to
are gonna
transition
recognize
into
you
it.
or something.
Right. But like, okay.
This
okay.
is just you hit a switch and this is your.
We always give this. My example is I'd become like a postman. Like I'd just deliver
That's a great
mail
job.
and ride around, and it would just be super chill. Have one directive every single day. There's kind of no.
listening to
It's
music
never
and stuff.
ending. So it's not the
You could
stress.
smoke weed.
Like that thing. Like it fucks my wife up, and justifiably. And I'm helping as well, so I don't want people to think I'm a complete piece of shit. But it fucks my wife up that laundry in a family is like prison. It's never ending, and it's relentless. And I think she like sees that sometimes and gets totally fucked up by it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I get fucked up by it because I'm the one that does it.
yeah.
Oh, the laundry?
I'm the laundry. I'm the chore guy.
Do you have an in your apartment laundry?
No.
God, that's annoying.
Do you
that's
go to
annoying.
a laundromat?
No, we go downstairs.
Oh,
Oh, it's in the basement?
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying still. What would I do? And what's your thing? You've already said this. Have you already done this on the show?
Yeah, we do. it every
This is a
episode.
recurring segment, though. We ask every single guest what
Oh.
their thing would be.
Here's
Because we
mine.
also have one every single week. It depends what kind of like rabbit
guess.
hole we've been going down on YouTube. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, a recent one. Can I tell you a real recent one? Is I watched that guy, the lawn mowing guy that like goes around and cleans up everybody's
like,
yard
for free. Yeah.
And I love that dude, but then that sent me into the pool cleaning algorithm and the idea of just
Oh, yeah.
a little bit of fucking chemical out there and just, it's thankless.
So hot, though.
It's hot, sure, but I mean, sunblock,
It's a good
I don't
hot.
know.
Yeah.
Good hot.
I just feel like seeing that there's something gratifying about seeing green sludge and then the end of the day it's a fucking crystal clear pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very satisfying.
Here's mine. That I usually do is
Yeah.
that I work in like a small business that has like a warehouse, like a small coffee roaster.
Oh, I like that.
And it's like we have like a warehouse in Kingston, New York, some like nice little town. And I
love
work
that.
in the warehouse, and I like I roast coffee and I distribute, and then like like at lunch we play like ultimate frisbee and fucking.
Oh,
you wouldn't
that's
you wouldn't have to
great.
change any of your clothes
No.
or anything.
I could probably make it happen in like 2 years. The entire dream. I could transition
Yeah.
completely and also probably be profitable.
Yeah.
But I married who I married, and I'm not allowed.
I think I'd be a featured player on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, your dream job for the week. I get it.
Yeah. That would be fucking sweet.
Nobody has said that yet. I think I'd be really successful at what I'm already trying to do. It's funny because comedy is, I've been doing comedy for 20 years.
Yeah.
And it has brutalized me so much. In no way do I say like my fantasy job is that it's just this job going well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even talk about comedy anymore.
Yeah, no,
Well-
this is either happens this way or I never talk about it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if I'm at a comedy, the idea that some of these people hang around and like come to shows later and are like, remember when I was in it 8 years ago? I would be a fucking figment of your
Yeah.
imagination.
Yeah.
I saw a guy came to the table at the cellar and he was like talking with everybody, and I was like, "Oh, hey man, who are you?" And he's like, "My name is such and such. I used to do this."
He's
And
like,
then
I'm Ray Romano.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he's like shooting the shit with everybody,
Oh,
talking
I
about it.
used
And
to
I
do
was
this.
like, I
It's
would
crazy.
never come back here. I
No.
would never come back here.
It's also funny with Saturday Night Live is like it's a lot like comedy too, where you have to look at. I mean, it is comedy, but in the way where it's like you have to look at it where you're like, it might be your dream, and then you're like, I'm gonna get Saturday Night Live, and then you have to be like, maybe I'll be the old guy on Saturday Night Live,
Yeah.
and then you have to be like, are they taking any writers?
That's like,
the
the
do
other
they
day
need someone to massage Lauren under the bleachers?
I looked up Fred Armisen's age, and then I did the math to find out how old he was when he got cast.
and how old was he?
I think he was 42.
No kidding.
Or something. It was.
Wow.
He was. Can you?
Yeah,
look
but
it up?
he can play transracial.
And
like
he can
that's
do
why that's
anything.
why he's like
Right.
so useful at whatever age.
Yeah.
He was Obama, he was Patterson, he was like a white guy from Portland.
Yeah,
He was
also
so
very
many-
funny young man.
He was
such a-
35. Yeah, that's
35 years old.
yeah.
I got time.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Wow.
No, I'm 33.
Good for you.
Man, this whole thing is becoming less cute by the day, huh?
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at first it was it's now becoming a mental disorder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It went from like, okay, fashion, maybe, kind of, and now it's just like,
And then, like, in
whatever
10
doesn't give
years,
me a
it's gonna be
rash. Yeah.
Big J with the fucking gloves.
Yeah,
He
well,
already
his-
has fingerless gloves
Yeah.
already.
Usually in the winter. I mean, those things, those things are actual clothing. Like every time I wear them, people are like, Big J, it's like,
I mean, it's hard to be a comic and to have red hair and not be called Carrot Top.
yeah, that's true.
You know, it's somebody
Yeah.
already did
or
it.
Bill Burr.
Exactly.
There
Yeah.
was a minute where like everybody with ginger, all the gingers were getting
Look at
called Bill
Nathan.
Burr. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Nathan McIntosh has heard nothing more than your fucking Burr. You're just
One time, this was years ago. This was back when the New York Comedy Club had that little green room in the actual
next door.
club. No, in the club. Remember that where you got into a fight with Larry Bea or an argument?
I do. I did.
I don't know this.
Larry Bea like
I don't know the
started
room either.
snapping on me about how the Irish weren't slaves out of nowhere, like,
Yeah.
and just kept sticking his phone in my face. I think he was like coming down from something.
Yeah.
But at one point, I was like, "I'm gonna snap your neck." Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck away from me, dude. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
And they had this
and it
little
was literally
tiny-
a curtain, and then the show was happening 8 inches away.
It was like a cubby room in the showroom. That
and we
like-
were having a yelling fight while the fucking show was.
And then Larry had to bring Mike
Then he
up,
had to
and he
bring me
like
upstairs.
didn't even shake your hand or something for no
It
reason.
was so weird. I was like, you brought this up. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Anyway, I was in there and
I forgot
I
about
saw
that.
Nathan. One of the first times I saw Nathan, he went up on stage to like a really drunk young crowd, and they just kept shouting Bill Burr at him,
Oof.
and he just had to take that. They were going Bill Burr, and he goes, "Yeah, he also has red hair."
Oof.
Bill Burr, and he's like, "Yeah, he was killing."
Yeah, of course. Nathan's a beast. I brought this into the culture of, by the way, this is our St. Patrick's Day show. So
Yeah.
we will be
Oh,
discussing all
baby.
St. Patty's Day. Welcome back, everybody, to Here's the Scenario. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Cannon, Funny Feeney, and
Brennan Sagalow.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
It's good.
Good
to have the
be
gang back together.
Yeah.
So we will be discussing some St. Patty's Day stories and things like that.
Okay.
But I brought up the Matrix chair a couple episodes ago and like what I wish I could upload into my son, which is memories of my childhood, so he could appreciate how well he has it.
Yeah.
But I also, if there was a skill or any skills that you could be uploaded with, what would it be? Because mine, like when I think about that, I think about this all the time where the one thing I wish I could do and I'm willing to put absolutely zero work into is play guitar.
Yeah.
Like if I could be uploaded with the ability to just feel with my fingers around like John Mayer and express myself through that type of sound,
Yes.
that there'd be nothing. I would rather do nothing with that power. What would you upload yourself with?
I'm trying to think of a John Mayer song. How's that fucking song go?
Your body is a wonderland?
Dancing in a crowded room.
I don't think anybody knows that song.
Also, John
Gravity.
Mayer. What
Yeah, why did
happened
you
to
mean
John
Tom
Mayer?
Waits?
Dancing in a. I mean, I've got a similar thing like piano or
Yeah,
singing.
mine's piano.
Yeah.
Singing.
Or singing,
I think
yeah.
I would
I'm
really love to
stunned
sing.
You
But
don't know
mine
how to
would
play
be-
the piano.
Mine would be communication,
That's good too.
communicating ideas,
Eye
and
contact.
Yes,
making people
yes,
feel.
yes. Business.
I really wish I had that Bill Clinton thing where people like talk about talking to Bill Clinton, and they said they felt like they were the only person in the room. He had this ability to make you feel listened
Wow.
to or something.
Ba, 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 ba. I know this much is true. I feel like that song plays
Whenever he holds somebody's hand.
It's like- also, I thought about my job that I would do.
A couple seconds of that.
To answer your question, I think I would want to work at Disney World as like like someone
This is perfect.
who is like a part of a ride or something,
Yeah.
or just Disney World in general, because they swap those people around all the time. Like one time you'll be working at the Tiki Room, or another
Well,
time
also, it's a big. You told me about this actually
Mm-hmm.
before I went to Disney World. How seriously they take the job,
Yeah.
and that anytime like a kid stops to hug them, they're like they will lose their job if they don't stop
they
to hug
have
every
to
single
hug
kid.
them.
Wait,
they have
the-
to hug them.
All the employees or the ones dressed up?
I think
like,
just the ones dressed up.
Okay, yeah.
I think it might go for everybody. Who knows? But yeah, I didn't want any non-uniformed employee
Hug
to just
the child!
fucking cup a feel of my son's ass as he gives him a hug.
Yeah, welcome
It's
to
like a
Epcot.
lawn maintenance guy. He's
Yeah.
like, hey, I'll hug your kid.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's soft.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Be in the haunted mansion and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And just be like, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
know
think
what?
it would
You're
be
selling
really
me on
cool.
this, dude.
Yeah,
That's a good
dude.
one.
Thanks.
I will say there's something when it comes to stuff like that. There's something nice about being greenlit to be corny a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah,
like to be
yeah.
a little bit of a cheese dick and a
Yeah.
little bit of a ham. Because ham, there's nothing worse in comedy than a fucking like "Ugh," guy that's
Right.
on all the time and is like, you know,
Sure.
his parents told him
Hate
he
it.
was funny and that's why
Yes,
he's in
yeah.
this. And it's like, get the fuck away from me. But when it's like that, like I used to when I coached gymnastics. I used to at a camp.
The allegations aren't true.
I was Larry Nassar's assistant.
I've been absolved.
But no, I used to do the warm up for the camp, and I would do the cha-cha slide as
Oh,
the
yeah.
warm up. And it was, to this day, I think it's the biggest laughs I've ever
Yeah.
gotten in my entire life, and also some of the most fun because I could just be the biggest fucking cornball.
Yeah.
I was
in
a
front
camp
of
counselor
kids.
for 8 years. It was like the best. I could
Yeah.
go up and fucking be so silly.
It's
I
so
loved it.
fun to
and
just be silly. Yeah.
And when I started comedy, I feel like I was way sillier. Like I felt like I had like an ability to be.
Interesting. Like you wrote sillier,
Yeah,
like a little bit more like twists and stuff
I
like
have a
that.
couple
little
silly
left
jokes
turns.
that I'll pull out, but I'm so unsilly that when I tell them, like I have this joke where I say, everybody in New York's so arrogant. It's like the most arrogant place I've ever been. Even like things that aren't people are arrogant. I saw a storefront and it said unheard of prices. And I was like, you think there's a price I haven't heard of? Like, what do I
That's
go
fun. That's
inside? And they're
great.
like, I go, how much are these? They go, Florg 99. And I love it so much.
That's great.
And I tell that joke and people go, oh, God.
Why? I'll take it.
Keep hating yourself.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
That is hilarious. I
But
love
also
that.
with Disney World is you can do a bunch of other stuff because there's like the Indiana Jones stunt ride. You can be like, oh, maybe I'm like a stunt man, or you can.
So
like,
would you try to act then also in some of the shows?
Yes,
I
would
just
100%.
like in this fantasy that I like to imagine that Brendan is trying to like transition and he's like getting stopped by HR and you're upset. You're like, I can do the stunts. I'm not just a server. Go back to your fantasy girlfriend.
Just
Yeah.
let me play Rafiki.
Yeah. Well, you'd want to play. I wonder if there's anybody that I could play where I don't have to wear a big suit. Which, by the way, the suits are not that big of an issue. I think there's air conditioning in
They
them
have
and all
like
that
the
stuff.
top of the
Like, it's
line
like fans,
suits. Yeah,
like,
they don't
oh,
have the
wow.
shit that you get
Yeah,
at fucking
dude.
Six
I
Flags.
bet there's a little
Time to
straw filled
square
with
people.
booze.
Yeah.
You know?
You have the gerbil
Little
straw? Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. And you go, yeah.
It was so jarring. I saw these little girls taking pictures with like Dora in Times Square, and then like Dora like walked away and took off her head, and it was just like a 50-year-old like Guatemalan dude, and
No.
the little girls
Hans
could see him
Molman.
still.
That's funny. I think I used to. I have moments of silliness too, but it's mostly met with like, why is the murderer being silly?
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I had a joke that just reminded me of like, does Dracula get thirsty in the middle of the night and have like a metal straw, like a little gerbil, and just go, just go back to sleep?
Yeah, what
I was
happens
like, that was
when
probably my
Dracula has
silliest.
to pee? Can't get up. I had a Dracula thing too. I had a vampire thing that I wrote recently where I was like, vampires only take night showers.
I mean, they could take morning,
Oh, here's another thing that I was like, this could also be. What do you mean? They can't take morning.
like 4 a.m.
If there was vampires now,
if
or
you consider that
or-
morning.
if there's vampires now, they're like with the way podcasting is, there'd be vampires that were like, you're supposed to be in the sun.
Yeah, that's so true.
Vampires are like, you're supposed to go outside for like 30 seconds a day and like feel that burn's actually good for you.
It crisps your skin.
I was doing this thing. I was walking around my apartment doing this thing where I was. Did I tell you about this? I told somebody. Maybe
Don't worry
Nicole.
about it, buddy. This is our new podcast you've never been on before.
I'm so worried about it.
Get out. Get off my show.
Oh, I'm so worried. Come on, you guys. No, when I was walking around, I was doing this thing where I was like, I was doing like the like if babies had a law office and there are 4 other babies, you know what I mean? It was called Baby, and Toddler.
Yeah.
And it was here at Baby, and Toddler. Have you been a victim of an accidental bully accident during recess? Well, the Constitution says you have rights. If you could read, you would know the Constitution says you have rights. It's making me laugh.
Were you doing it by yourself?
Oh yeah, I do all this stuff by myself.
Brendan loves it. You know how Ricky Gervais always personifies animals?
Yeah.
And like that's it. He like kind of got famous from that. His first 2 hours were that kind of thing.
Oh,
it was
right.
So good.
Yeah.
Brendan is huge into personifying babies.
I love it. I mean, it works because I look like a giant baby. So
yeah.
like,
It really does.
It really does work out.
When you do baby and you sink like your head into your body,
Yeah.
there's nothing.
I love it. I love it. Here at Baby. Hello.
He senses another opportunity for it.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
I have momentum. You at Baby and Toddler. Here's another try at the same joke
Has
I
this
did
happened
earlier.
to you? Did you get sent to nap time and you woke up way too late? Woke up way too early?
I love how you go, have you ever had an
I don't know anything
accidental
about
bullying
babies.
accident on the accidental playground?
I don't know anything about babies.
They don't go to recess. That's for sure.
Well, if you saw a bunch of little kids running in recess, would you call them babies?
Yeah, I call them kids. I just like they do.
All right. Well, when we record, you're going to need to respect me. When we put the cameras on, you're going to need to respect me a little bit more, okay? I'm trying to get out of this punching bag persona.
Oh, dude, that movement you just did was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like my own little GIF.
That's
my own little boomerang.
Dude, that's what my 6-month-old does when I try to change
Yeah.
it. He's like,
That's why I'm a good little baby.
oh,
Anyway.
dude, yesterday, my son, and I know nobody wants to hear this, but like in the way the explosion that came out of his body and the substance, like he's now into solid. So it was just, it's like I beat a Mars Attacks alien over the head.
Yeah.
And all of that green slime
Oh, yeah.
was a projectile, and he looked at me like, clean it up.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Oh, no
clean it
diaper.
up.
He
No, it was in the diaper, but it was so much so that I had to like move his thighs and lift creases in his fat to get fucking, welcome to adulthood, baby boy.
Yuck.
Yeah.
No
pull out.
way.
Yeah, it's going to be you one day, buddy. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to have a kid.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I'm scared, but I'm
Well,
excited.
yeah, you're giving a disgusting face to changing a diaper.
I don't like poop, but I do also think once
None
it's
of
your
us
baby.
likes poop. That's how I can't wait to have a baby so I can get closer to poop. Just have a reason to have poop.
I need you to respect me. No, I just feel like when I have the kid, I'll be into poop. But right now, it's your kids' poop. It's your kids' poop.
Yeah.
So it's disgusting to
No,
me.
you're right.
All right.
You know?
I get it. No, you're
I
right.
did want to say, I mean, if we're going to kind of be on theme today and
Mhm.
talk about the Irish,
Yes.
we should bring up a screenshot that Brendan shared with us.
Yes.
About what?
Oh, this is so good.
What did I
It's one of
do?
our favorite Irishmen, or at least he has an Irish last name.
I think he is Irish, even though he looks a little bit Latino.
Yeah, he's certainly
Who?
Puerto Rican. He presents Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to guess.
You shared a one of the most hilarious and humiliating double
For me?
H. No,
Oh.
screenshots of one of our friends and a comment he left on a public figures post.
Oh yeah, Jesus
that
fucking
we just
Christ!
gotta
yeah.
bring public.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
We gotta
yeah.
talk
What
about it.
But shouldn't he be here?
No.
Well, I'm not starting it.
Oh, come on.
All right, okay. No, I just noticed that our good friend, Mr. Bobbert Kelly,
Bobbert Smelly.
left a comment on not even Donald Trump's, but Barron Trump's picture of him coming out of a car.
Verified Facebook account.
Yeah.
Verified.
And
The post itself has like 275,000 likes. He left a comment.
Hey, cool pic, dude. Dude.
You know what? When I first saw it, it felt like grooming to me. I was like,
It is very Drake messaging Millie Bobby Brown.
"Are you
He's like,
trying
I
to
know what
molest
you're going
the
through.
president's adult son?"
I like picturing Bobby being like, maybe if I get in with Baron.
Yeah, I'll invite him to the cellar.
Yeah.
Baron told his dad about Shane. You guys,
Dude.
we go through all the posters. Awesome shoes, bro.
That would be fun
that would
if
be
it was not an
hilarious,
isolated
dude.
incident and it's just something he's doing. My hope is that he has
It's
a
a
social
bit.
media person.
Yeah.
That is just for...
That's Indian? What are you talking about? Who would think that was a good idea?
My hope is that it's somebody that is so unfamiliar with how to operate social media or the business,
I don't
but
know.
somehow Bobby pays them because that's what Bobby does.
I don't know, man.
But I think it was Bobby just being like, this is a really cool picture of a kid that I hope my son turns into
I think that's
someday.
exactly what it was.
I'm going to go for it.
I can't even. He probably DM'd him too.
You're right. Bobby should be here for this. We got to bring him on to question it.
You
because
got to bring him on to
It's
question him.
just so
It's not
funny.
fair.
It's not fair. It is one of the funniest things that I've been helped to discover on the internet because we all can see this. Some of it in the past, it's been embarrassing when it's like, dude, did you like porn on Twitter? Like,
Right.
what are you doing? Dude?
Right.
It
Yeah.
shows up like Brendan Sagalow likes this guy getting absolutely face pummeled.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
with Bobby, he left an in writing forever comment
Cool
on a
pic,
boy's
dude.
page.
Cool picture, dude. Like very, very
Nice
supportive.
work, bro.
Like a longtime pal.
Damn, dude. That was brutal to see because it's like, I don't know, man. That's really crazy.
Have you guys ever done the thing where you like shot your shot with a celebrity?
Woman?
I shot my shot once with one of the contestants on the Real World of Squid Games, like the real, like the reality version of
Netflix
Squid.
one?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the
Which
Netflix one. That chick who ate the burger. There was a.
You're like, now this girl.
I was like, she's my
gal.
She's this. She was like she's a smoke show, and I like after I watched that,
Not the deaf chick that reads people's lips.
No, that'd be crazy. You
Yeah.
don't want to date a deaf girl because
Do you see her her TikTok
you can't
account?
mumble
I don't
under
even know
your
who this
breath.
It's nuts, dude. That chick just
Dude,
like
she's-
reads
yeah.
private conversations between celebrities
Yeah.
and then reads their lips and puts it up as a video. And she's like, "What?"
Yeah,
Like,
and
this
you're
is
like,
totally cool.
Jesus,
You're like,
man.
I like
Taylor
that you
Swift's
did the voice kind of
whispering.
like, what?
Yeah,
What?
there is no privacy anymore, and she got fucked. Didn't she get fucked in that show?
Yeah, but she deserved it.
Yeah, she
It
did
was
deserve
fun.
it. But the girl who they got a bunch of burgers or something. Like one guy got a bunch of burgers for doing something, and I think this girl like snatched it out of his hands or some shit like that. She did some bad shit, but she was very good.
Would you
looking.
DM her?
I DM'd her. This was even
I like burgers too.
well.
A picture of you eating a burger.
I DM'd her. I was like, "Hey, if you ever want to come to a show at the Cellar, let me
Excellent.
know."
Nice.
But this was before I was even in at the Cellar, so I was just like, "What?
Nice.
Whatever,
Nice.
dude."
Like, I'll ask for an audition if you
Yeah.
ever want to come out.
She never answered though.
That's
So-
so fucking funny. I told
Yeah.
you that like I didn't know that there was there was like a requests folder in X or Twitter or whatever. And a while ago I was going through it, and in 2009 I had an unread DM from Aziz that said, "You want me dead?" with 3 question
that's
marks.
so crazy, dude. That's so
Like,
crazy.
I have no clue. The joke. I was a huge Aziz fan. I
Yeah.
think at that time, so I can't even imagine what I
It was
would
like
have
peak
said.
Parks.
Yeah, but I was like, I guess
yeah, he probably overheard you saying something. That's crazy, dude.
I don't think I would never have been in the same
He's not
room
even
as him. He was
podcast at that
massively
point.
successful. Like I would have
Did
never
you do
had
it on a
access.
podcast?
No, it definitely was a tweet. Like I definitely was like, I said Randy, more like I'm gonna kill you, D, or I don't know. Like I have no idea.
I lost my mind on a fucking guy. This is one of my rock bottoms as far as like trolls and shit. Did I tell you this?
I don't know.
This guy,
There's so
Nicole
many.
knows. Nicole knows. I this
Oh, I do
this
know
guy
this
like
story.
called me obese. He just kept calling me obese. And I just started being like, yeah, tell me more. Give it to me. And I pretended to be like I'm sexting with him.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And being like, oh, and then I just started calling him for like a whole weekend. I was like, pick up, man. Why'd you leave? But, I was harassing
Like
him.
calling
and-
him on Instagram?
Yeah. Yeah. And being like, come on, babe. Come on, pick up. Where'd you go, babe? And being like, I need you to make me come. Like all this shit. I love when you're mean to me. Make me come.
Man,
And
he's got all that somewhere, by the way.
Well-
Screenshots.
well, so after the weekend goes, I get a little clarity. I'm like, oh, brother, and then I was like,
You know
"Oof."
that happens.
I was like, well, that was a real mental breakdown, wasn't it? And then I get a tweet from an account that was created.
Sure.
And the name of the account was like Piggy Sagalow or something like that.
Oh.
And he shared all of the stuff, and I was just like, I gotta own up to this. So I just quote tweeted it, and I was like, this is true. I was having a mental breakdown, but to be fair, if you say this to me, and I showed all his like, you're obese, I'm gonna flip out.
Yeah.
So I think that was my little Letterman moment. You know what I'm talking about?
What did
Remember in Letterman when he was
caught
getting
banging an intern?
Yeah, when he was
Yeah.
getting blackmailed, and he was like, I'm cheating on my wife. The show opened. He's like,
I mean, that is-
Did he close with that? He was like, I got to close on something.
Here's the thing. He acknowledged it in a pretty like badass way, and then made a joke about it in a way that should have shattered his 30-year union with whoever he was
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Because it was like such a crazy like and sometimes you fucking intern.
Right,
It's
right,
like,
right.
God
Hilarious,
damn,
dude.
You're still with
He
your
was such a
wife.
badass. I remember when he was gone for a little while because he had open heart surgery.
No.
No, yeah, he had a quadruple bypass or something like
Yeah.
that. And then he came back on and like had a cooking segment. He was back like 2 weeks from this. He had a cooking
Holy
segment
shit.
and he grabbed the oil that was like in the container to like prep for the cook, and he just drank the whole thing.
Oh my
And
God.
he goes, "Oh, wrong thing, something like that. Like, oh man,
Oh
I
my
fucking
God.
Letterman was the best.
There's a
The
lot of
very
clips of
best.
him though, like being, they're trying to like
The Bieber thing.
Well, Bieber and Lindsay Lohan, and there's a lot of clips of him like being kind of an asshole to
On the
women
wrong
and
side of
shit.
history.
On the wrong side of history, yeah.
With
Yeah.
Bieber.
He was like, they framed, I've seen this TikTok because I don't know if you're following the Justin Bieber saga right now, but it looks as though like physically it looks like his health is just
Well,
deteriorating.
doesn't he have a horrible condition?
I don't know. It just seems like every once in a while he goes through like pretty tough bouts of depression. He's been open about it and he's
Yeah.
talked about it. But he also has, I think, swayed into substance abuse, or at least it's been rumored. So it definitely smokes weed, parties, all that shit. But it's been rumored that it's like other.
Oh, and recently he was like, I'm a rapper. Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
and great. I mean, he's posting pictures from the studio and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so it
he
looks
was
like
probably just having fun too. I watched that video. I was like, he's just having fun.
yeah, it looks like he's busy and shit. But it does like they're going through this whole thing where he's attached to Diddy, and so they
Oh,
think
yeah.
because of the Diddy allegations, he's suffering. So they're basically painting this narrative where it's like Justin Bieber's stressed out, Diddy's behind bars, and he's about to let everybody know that he
Yeah.
had to suck him in front of Wu-Tang or whatever,
Yeah.
like something crazy. and so they're trying to draw parallels to that, and then they're also being like, look how he was treated by members of the media, and it's Letterman
Right.
just grabbing his fresh tattoo while
Oh
he's
my
being interviewed,
God.
and Letterman's like, you just got that, huh? And like
Jesus
grabbed his arm
Christ.
like this, and Bieber's like, he's
Oh,
like a little boy.
Pink was like trying to kiss him or something.
Dude,
Remember that?
Dude, he's literally a boy.
Yeah.
And he's like, to his fresh tattoo, and Letterman's like, yeah, yeah.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
insane.
Crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Pink gave him a big kiss or something, and
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's very easy to get creeped out by an older man with a little girl. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's something optically that, like, it just doesn't look right from your animal brain.
I disagree.
Okay. And so
I get it.
I think it's really hard sometimes when everybody is like, man, I wish I was 13 getting blown by Pink, to feel bad for this child who's now, basically earning millions of dollars
Right.
for not only him, but teams, but people, and responsible for a mini economy, is then tossed up in front of the American public, and some girl's like, look at this little boy. And she's like trying to feel his
I don't even
cock.
like it when you do it.
Look at that. I know Brandon doesn't like getting tossed.
Put this on a TikTok. I get, and it's
That's
all
a new segment.
Put
it
this
on
on a
a t-
TikTok.
No, tickle the gas.
Tickle the gas.
Tickle the gas. Stop it. Anyway,
Sincerity in your voice.
Stop it! I meant it.
The first time
I
Brandon
read
became
that.
a man.
That's like when Simba roared. Yeah.
Sorry.
Damn, I was gonna say something about Biebs and all that shit. Oh, not Bieber, but I was watching a documentary about Aaron Carter. And
R.I.P. Right?
yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. And I think when like the whole Lou Pearlman stuff was happening, he was like hanging out with him. And
Dude, he's like, he is a victim. That kid is a fucking victim.
Well,
He went through
Nick's not doing too well either.
No, but also Nick has been credibly accused of some violent sexual crimes himself that have been swept completely under the rug.
he's definitely got a fucking anger issue, that Nick Carter.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
What
they
was that
both
show
do. They're
called?
children that were both molested as
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
and forced to earn for their fucking Dude, Aaron Carter, you could watch that guy and like in any interview from the time he was a kid, and like you could see when the flicker of hope went out of his eyes.
yeah.
It's like a really abrupt.
He's got a
light
cool
switch.
mugshot from when he smoked weed and got like a. He was driving really fast in Florida and got pulled over and then got arrested for having marijuana. And
It's so funny to think that like my entire youth, like you got arrested for weed.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And nobody, no way. Like unless you're in like fucking Hong Kong, that's like one of the only places on earth that you can get
I
arrested.
bet Florida
for
you'd
weed.
still get fucked. I bet in Florida.
No,
you'd still-
Florida's got medical.
Texas.
Really?
Texas has medical.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I mean, I'm
anymore.
sure you can get arrested with the right amount, and also if you're black,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah.
But me getting arrested for weed anywhere in the United States seems pretty unlikely.
Yeah, percentage wise, I'd agree.
Famous last words. You smoke weed?
No,
Oh.
You used to.
I had to. That's what I had to get sober from. That's
Oh,
like what I
really?
went into sobriety for.
Wow.
And it's probably not even that much now, but at the time it seemed like a lot. I smoked an eighth a day.
Jesus.
That is a
fucking
lot,
Christ,
though.
That's a lot.
Especially
yeah.
to smoke. Like, you never got charred. You never, like, felt, like, fucked up or
I
anything like
smoked
that?
spliffs exclusively.
Oh,
so I
yeah,
smoked
dude.
tobacco.
I would
with
So
it.
your
love to
voice,
see
you must have
old-
sounded like Lil Wayne.
Older, younger Andy being like, oh, rude boy.
yeah.
Roll me a spliff,
roll me a spliff. I'm going to be doing.
back of tobacco.
That was a long time ago.
Marijuana
That was
things.
like 24.
First, you bust a left, then you bust a right, and you'll beat her.
You really became Irish on that.
Well,
Unreal.
actually, they do kind of sound Irish.
They do. Every once in a while, I'll go from brogue to Jamaican. It's
No,
like
it's
kind of a
actually
natural
considered.
transition.
The Jamaican accent is considered derivative of an Irish accent.
Yeah.
What'd we do to them?
You went over there as slaves and did your slavery with their
We
slavery.
went to Jamaica as slaves?
I mean,
Yeah,
we
English
were
colony.
shipped all over the place, dude.
I mean, if you're going to be
We had
slaves
strong
somewhere,
Irish hands.
if you're going to be slaves somewhere. Oh, but the Irish in Jamaica, that doesn't seem like a good mix.
No, we were definitely. I mean, they used us until we got burnt, and then they threw us in the bay.
They went, oh, we got a bunch of Irish coming down, and they're going to be doing the work for us. I can't. I
thought
keep
the
slipping into
Jamaicans-
the fucking Irish accent.
Right, there's
welcome to Shamrock.
There's two kinds of
Welcome to
accounts.
Shamrock.
Welcome to Dublin Jamrock.
Welcome to Shamrock.
Oh, Shamrock.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
You should do a
Jamrock
a
and
broad
Shamrock?
cover. Welcome to Shamrock.
Yeah. How's that song start?
Political violence, stardom.
That's Collie Buds.
Yeah.
Political violence scarred them. No, but how's that start? With the
Welcome to Jamrock.
no, it's like something about murder or something. God damn it! Look it up. Yeah,
Out
know
in
it.
these streets,
yeah, that's
they
it.
call it murder.
That's exactly it.
Welcome to Shamrock, where people come with no sunblock.
When people come with sunblock. Well, you did it better. But anyway, why don't we change? That's just going to be another thing that we're going to say I did.
People come with no sunblock.
Let's do AI.
Yeah.
We'll do AI.
Dude, an AI podcast? That's not a bad idea.
They did it.
Huh?
That's what that whole fake Carlin thing was.
Oh, yeah. It was also the Will Sasso one.
Yeah.
No, I mean like kind of like gorilla style, where it's like us talking.
Like the gorillas?
Yeah, but like
animated?
yeah.
Okay.
Brendan means whenever he summons AI, he wants it to act on his behalf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he wants to
I
be
want
a
it to
person,
do-
but in that moment where he's like AI, and then
Yeah.
they'll cover his mouth with whatever he wants to be said.
Oh, I like that.
I think that's a very
Why'd
cool.
you look mad? I was trying to help you.
That's my thinking face.
Oh.
I was trying to think of something.
Brain mad. Brain no want work.
Well, I was trying to think about like an AI podcast that would be cool. Like if you were like, okay, have 3 pirates on a ship talking into microphones about being pirates. Like, could they do that? They can do that,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Well, I mean, but the problem is that I think that is what is it? There's some technology. I think it might be called like Sonu or something.
Whoa.
It's like video editing software, and it's getting so good that like I think in like they said like 2 or 3 years you are gonna be able to go give me a 2-season 8-episode show about pirates that perform bank robberies in the 70s, and it will
Whoa.
make the entire show.
Whoa, that would be so cool.
Like TV's over. Like
Yeah.
it's just gonna
no. No, because nothing.
Come on, get out!
Turn off that
It's the opposite of a tickle me Elmo toy.
light. Yeah. Elmo was suffering.
Angry
Elmo
tickle
was
me
suffering.
fatso. Oh.
I'm gonna start.
I like how
good.
he just ah!
I get very tense and I go. I'm like an animal. Like I'm like prey. That's my defense mechanism. I just scream until your ears.
When you get like 10 years older, I can't wait till you play a cop in something.
Ugh, I would love.
He's
to
going to be like that.
kind
Do you know
of
who
job.
Brendan? Do you know who I think Brendan could have the career of, but even like ascend? He could totally ascend beyond because this guy was just character.
Daniel Day-Lewis?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah. But the guy from The Wire who also
Yeah.
was Dom in Entourage.
Yeah.
I think Brendan could be that guy in a dark something, but also could be in the funny version of what that is.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's something in that vein that Brendan's gonna.
I would love
leak
to
out
act.
on.
I really think I could do it.
I know it's just the opportunities aren't for. You just have to make yourself TikTok famous
yeah.
first before you can
Yeah.
roll,
Yeah,
and then you can go to acting school.
That's what
Yes.
it takes now.
that's what it takes.
Ethan Hawke was recently interviewed about that, where he was talking about making a movie, and they came to Ethan Hawke and they were like, "Hey, so we can. This person has 750,000 subscribers or followers on Instagram.
I saw that.
We
Yeah.
should hire her." He's like, "Has she acted before?" And they're like, "I don't know. We don't know."
That's
He's
so
like-
crazy, bro. That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
You mean this thing I've worked 50
Well, that's why
years on?
I think doesn't. It's either made or being made, but I think when Rife exploded, he got a movie deal with somebody huge
Mm.
where they were like, "Oh, I think it was like he got paid $20 million to join a movie."
Really?
Yeah,
Holy shit!
Christ.
yeah.
What was it called? Is it out?
Gay sex.
Island.
Yeah, it's kind of like Glass Onion, the Knives Out sequel, but it's
It's a murder mystery of just butt fucking.
Somebody's asking murdered. I'll say this about the AI. I don't think everybody's all scared of
someone
AI.
murdered my ass last night.
Who could it be? A murder
It's
mystery?
a real whodunit.
Yeah, who cummed it? Who cummed in it? It's a real who cummed in it.
I like
We're
it.
gonna cut right when I say that.
Thank you. You're the Rick Glassman of this podcast.
Yeah.
You're really editing it on
Yeah.
the fly.
Christ. What was I gonna say? Everybody's all afraid AI. AI this, AI
AI
that. But I think no matter what, humans will never get over human creation. There's always going to be that love for that and that actual shit that's going to speak to us.
No, of course, but I think like the
that.
problem is that people are just so like quick now, and it's just like people don't go to the movies anymore. Like there'll be people that still want to do that stuff.
That's so true.
But like what I think, like, you know, like if you swipe twice on a reel that you wanted to watch, if you swipe twice, it'll go to something that's like, this is how I make $10,000 a day. Those ones,
Yeah.
and it's like the fake script over the Minesweeper or is that Minesweeper?
I think so.
Yeah. Or like Subway Surfers.
What's the block shaped game?
Minesweeper.
Yeah. So it's like Minesweeper, and then they're like, you put a script over it, and people will watch that. You know what I'm talking about?
That's crazy.
I watch that shit. I watch podcast clips with like somebody racing on a track all the time.
Yeah.
And that's those guys are making all this money doing that, and that makes no sense. But that's like what people will watch. And so I think
they figured out how to engage the brain. Yeah. Like it has nothing else to do with, they figured out how to keep somebody looking at something while kind of absorbing the noise.
Yeah.
At the same time. It's fucking nuts.
Well,
dude.
Good for them, I guess, you know, if they can make money.
So I think that stuff will still do, but I think it'll be less and less. Like, I just think that like there's also not going to be like super fame anymore. It's going to be like,
well, it's niche super fame.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be 2 million followers.
Tell that to Timothy Chalamet.
Okay. How do we get a hold of him?
Oh, we'll give him a call.
I also, because what you said, I like to believe in.
Go ahead. Timmy?
Yo.
Wait, what? What's wrong with your ringer?
What? What do you mean? Hold on.
why is that your ringer? Timothy, did you wait?
Hold on,
your weather app.
I'm putting you on speaker.
Wait, why is it's just your weather app? What?
I gotta go.
Wait, did you really have Tim Chalamet on there?
I wish. I love that kid.
But what you're saying, let's move beyond Chalamet. What you're saying, kind of, it relies on people having the same human connection you had early in their life, to want that type of connection later in their life. Because the way people are being brought up now or some people, not all, obviously we're raising kids right now and it's totally different than the way we were. But like, there are some families that are far more disconnected from each other. Not a lot of families live close to each other. So there's not a lot of like close extended family stuff. Like some of that stuff is dying off. Right. And it's like this.
Every night when my daughter sits down for dinner, we put an Oculus on her. And we just play a family eating dinner.
It's like Hook when they make him imagine his meal. You're doing it, Peter. You're doing it.
Who's your favorite movie, Peter, would you say? Or television?
Peter?
Yeah.
Sarsgaard?
Yeah, Sarsgaard rocks.
Oh, I was going for actors. Like, I like Peter Parker.
You mean characters?
Yeah, you got those completely backwards.
Peter character. Cottontail.
Peter character.
You like Cottontail? I loved radishes as a boy because of Peter Cottontail. I used to sneak out of my room at 3 years old and eat raw radishes like I was a fucking mini rabbit.
What are you, a French peasant?
I used to sneak out of my crib. I have memories of me sneaking out of the crib.
That means you were too old to be in a crib and your parents didn't care.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. If you're sneaking out with full conscious memories, dude.
He's in the first grade. I remember sneaking out of my crib.
Is that really true? Like,
I would ask your mom. Can we call your mom right now and find out how late you had a crib?
She might be working, but
I love conversations with Brendan's mother. She is like 100% from the field on podcasts.
Your mom works? No, I'm kidding. I go into that character again.
And ask her why you have that conscious memory.
Okay.
Yes, Brendan. What's up?
Hey, I'm doing a podcast with my friends, and
hi, Mrs. Sagalow.
And
Hello, Brendan's friend.
And I was talking about how I had clear memories of sneaking out of my crib when I was younger and going and like being at the top of the stairs of the den when I would like spy on you guys watching TV. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that you spied on us because you were spying on us, we wouldn't have caught you, presumably.
Well, no, because I remember I'd make a noise at the top of the.
Your crib.
I remember making a noise at the top of the stairs, and then you would go, who's there? And then I would, whatever. But my question is, was I in the crib longer than I should have been? Because they're saying there's no way I would have a memory of this.
No, you were not in the crib longer. In fact, you got out of the crib shorter because we couldn't keep you in the crib because you kept climbing out.
Wow.
There it is. And the fact that I have pure, like, a memory of this, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but the other thing too is, I don't know if you remember, but there was a point in time when you were going between the crib and the bed. You were very young. How old were you when we came to this house?
I don't know.
You were like
2?
You were coming. You were two. You were 2 when we moved here, and we had the crib set up and a bed. So you had a bed and a crib in the room because we were moving you from the crib into the bed at that time. And the bed had a railing. We had a railing on the bed.
Okay.
Which didn't do much good for you because you could climb, you were climbing out of your crib. So we were getting to a point where we had to put you in the bed. So, I mean, who could climb out of their friggin' crib at 2 years old? I mean, my God.
Yeah, well.
Young Mowgli.
Yeah, young Mowgli, they call me. Anyway.
Not to mention, you used to climb up on the big, bay window that we have. You used to climb up there, too. And stand
I was a little
window.
monkey, huh?
Little Eric Clapton's kid.
Yeah.
I mean, you would climb up
on
the shelf part, and you would stand there while I took Stephanie to the corner to get her on the bus, and you would stand there
Watch
leaning
this.
against the window, freaking me out.
Yeah, well, we're going to let you go, but do you have any political opinions you'd like to get out there?
How much time do you have, Brandon? I lost $30 $30,000 in the past 2 days because of that moron who's in the White House because of 70% of the idiots in this country voted for him. Okay, we live in a land of morons. That's what we do.
Thank you.
That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted.
You're right. This podcast should be bigger.
It takes a certain kind of stupid to think that 2 billionaires are going to give a crap about the average middle-class family in this country.
We're bringing it on.
Well, all right. Well, you're so right, but I got to go. I love you.
I love you too. Oh, Brendan, I'll see you Saturday.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Oh,
Wow.
you got a good mom.
She's great. She's
She is
really
great. You know what? Everybody misses from time to time, and Mrs. Sagalow
She
just had her
missed.
first miss on a
She missed. Yeah, I thought it was going somewhere good. I thought she was going to say.
I mean, I got to be honest. Having full conscious memories of that, it's pretty good. I don't know if it's
I
true.
think I
You might have just
smoked
heard
my
the
memory
story.
away.
I think you may have just heard the story
No,
enough to
dude.
put yourself in the position
No,
of you
dude.
in diapers.
No,
but,
dude.
You
just got to be right all the time.
no.
I
wrong
remember
most of the time. I actually have memories from when I was 2 also.
Okay.
Here's what I remember. My memory is just being eye level with a table. That's all I can remember. I can just remember points in my life where I would be at the kitchen table and my head was at the kitchen table.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I wish I had that
and
memory.
then what I remember about that time in life is that I would sleep on my parents' floor a lot. I would sneak out of bed and I would take their comforter, pull it off the bed, and I would roll up in it and sleep at the foot of their bed because I was like a little wild child. I was like feral. But I remember seeing little shadow people playing around in the living room, running, little round, almost like Playmobil people that would shadow kids, and they would run around the living room.
Whoa.
Those were full hallucinations.
I'll
dude.
tell you why I remember the crib thing. Okay. It's because
Hold on. Yeah, I want to know.
because whenever I would sneak out, it would hurt my stomach because I would be
yeah.
leaning on it, and I remember the pain.
I hear you.
So that's why I remember.
Isn't that funny? The one real clear memory that I have, and also it's a family story, so I don't know if it's been informed by their memory. You know what I mean? You have a memory, but you're not sure if you're just remembering their memory.
Yeah.
So when I was 2 years old, I had a big wheel, the plastic big wheel that I used to just take down. I was a giant 2-year-old, but I was a lunatic. So I would take it down this little hill that was near my house, and at the bottom was just loose gravel. And I guess I was just running it the whole morning, doing it, and at some point, math won, and I completely skid out, and my face was the brakes.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
came down on the blacktop and just peeled off half my fucking face when I was 2 years old. My older sister scooped me. I remember her heroically lifting me up and scooping me, and I can see her face in my mind.
Yeah.
And she just
Whoa.
picked me up, and I remember bleeding all over "I'm a new big sister" t-shirt. Just
Wow.
destroyed her fucking most prized possession, but also with her being the best big sister of all time.
Yeah.
And that was my first. And then my dad gave me an ice cream sandwich to fix it.
Hey, that's
Can I get another Moscow Mule? Please, sir.
This is like in Peter Pan in the in the cartoon where he's like, for the poor.
I think that's is it? I think that's not Peter Pan.
Robin
it's Robin
Hood.
Hood. Yeah.
Robin
I always get
Hood.
those mixed
I know what
up.
you're
I'm
talking
not
about. Where
doing
he's
Who are we,
dressed
Robin
up.
Williams?
That's actually one of my
Take
favorite
anything, make a-
animated movies.
Yeah.
Because the music's so good.
Oh yeah. What was that main song from?
This has been the weirdest episode we've ever done, and I love it.
I like it. It's been real silly.
Why is
and
the
fun.
background?
Because I don't. I was
Emilio
actually
and
gonna-
Dim.
where is our backdrop? Did we just never order
We never
it?
ordered it, and I don't think we are. We're gonna just put these. We're just gonna put pictures of Sagalow over Emilio's body.
I think
Oh.
we should. I think we should get a backdrop.
Yeah, I think
because
I
the
agree.
green is aggressive.
Yeah.
It's an aggressive.
What do you think?
It is an aggressive
I've been
green.
pushing it for months, it feels. but
Yeah.
Just waiting for anyone to respond or purchase it.
I'll purchase it. We'll purchase it this week. It's Amazon. It'll show up. Do you want to come back when we have a backdrop?
Yeah, I'll come back anytime.
Do you want to do a podcast with the three?
I
like
would
all
do
three
this.
of us?
I would do
Let's
this.
merge.
I think
won't be
maybe
me.
I'm what you needed.
It won't be me. It's actually going to be Feeney. Feeney will. It'll be you two.
I like this idea. I like this idea.
Here's the situation.
Yeah.
What's the situation?
So we are two dads. We also talk about that a lot on the podcast. I am curious because you said you wanted dads. At what age?
Kids.
If you had to,
No, you wanted dads.
You wanted
Yeah.
dads. I know I want dads.
Yeah.
I want multiple dads. But what age do you think, if you had to guess, what age do you think you're going to become a dad?
I'm thinking, I don't know. I have no idea. It's scary because I'm 33 now.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? So, I'm getting up there.
I didn't have mine till 40. 41.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be 35.
You think 35 I'll have a kid?
Or tail end of 34. I think it's going to happen sooner rather than
I
later.
don't know. That's like I'm
Nah,
just
that's
so
crazy.
worried. Your baby's going to be covered in
no,
cat
no,
hair.
no, no, no. I can't.
I mean, that baby is
going to
have
now.
the best defense against cat dander
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
of all
oh,
time.
Yeah.
That kid will not.
They'll take my baby's blood to create a cure for.
Pathogens. For,
Yeah. I don't know. I think because the lady that I'm with now, she's in her late 20s.
Sure.
So I think she definitely doesn't want to have any kids till like 30.
I didn't say you want to. Well, late 20s, 2 years.
Yeah.
That's right there.
Maybe by the time I'm 40, possibly. I don't know.
You're giving yourself a 7-year window.
I don't know if I should have kids, to be honest. I don't feel
I
like
think you'd be a good dad.
I agree. I told
You think
Brendan
so?
on our last podcast that I think with his silliness and general softness and emotional connectivity, it would actually be kind of a bummer if he didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
it'd be a
You'd be
waste
a
of
really- you'd
of
be
a
a
little
real-
cuddly bear. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I don't look at myself ready for that at all.
Well, no, you probably want to have some changes in your life.
Yeah.
For
you,
sure.
You want to have the end of Knocked Up montage.
Yes, where
That
I'm reading the book.
You're finally
baby
like,
books.
best job I ever had.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I think it's a
Maybe
very
when you're on
scary
Saturday
thing.
Night Live.
Oh,
When I'm a featured player on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, I could do
I know
that.
some people
when I
that
have
work
my,
there.
I
might be able
actually
to
have.
help.
they can put that baby skit right
Well,
on
I
the top
already-
of the pile.
Have you done the baby act?
I
out?
already have a character for
Really?
a weekend update.
What is it?
Let's see it. Can
Ja-
you do your first weekend update
Japanese
here on
snowman.
the show?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, it is just so cold, but that's okay. I am a snowman. And then Seth will say something like,
Seth? We're
Is
going
he-
back to
Seth's coming
2005.
No, Colin will say something like, Snowman, Japanese snowman, where did you come from? And I'll say something like,
Snow-kyo? Is that it? Is it Snow-kyo?
That rules. Yes, I'll go, I am from a Snow-kyo.
Yeah.
And then they'll see this clip and I'll be fired instantaneously or not fired. And they'll go, well, we made a big mistake last time with that. And then they'll keep me on and I'll ruin the show. And they go,
awesome.
God damn, we don't
Whatever
know what to
happened to
do.
Fukushima?
It's still there.
But is it still like,
Yeah.
is it still leaking into the ocean?
No, I think they contained that, but it
Okay.
was a long time leaking.
I remember really caring about that at one
Yeah.
point, and then I forgot.
And my hat would be one of those big
the rice,
circular things.
Raiden hats.
Yeah, the Raiden hats.
with a
This,
blade.
There must have been some magic in that old silk Raiden hat we have found.
You know, you wanted to say silk a different way.
Silk.
I
In that
last
old
night.
silk.
Last night we were at the cellar, and Rosie was there next to me, and Colin was dropping in, Jost, and he came and he like sat down at the table, and he was like just talking casually, and I went, Colin, I gotta talk to you about my wife. And Rosebud's like, stop right now. Stop right now. And I go, she's coming home a lot. She's upset. She's saying she's not getting stuff on the show.
That's hilarious, dude. That
And
rules.
She got so mad at me.
Did she?
That's
So mad.
awesome. I love that. What a great bit.
That's
It was
such
so
a funny
funny.
bit.
An aggressive sports dad with
Yeah.
one of the guys at SNL.
Hilarious, dude.
She's
And
not
then
getting
you
the playing time I think my little
Yeah.
baby deserves.
Yeah.
did you guys have to have like a conversation where you were like, I was kidding?
Yes, but it diffused very quickly because I
Oh,
think she
great.
got that it was funny.
Great.
But I think she at first was very worried that it was like, because he was like, wait, are you serious? Like playing into the bit?
Yeah.
And she thought that was real.
Dude, that's so funny. Next time you see him, go, I got this character. This guy, he's really good at characters.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a Japanese snowman?
From Snow-kyo?
Snow-kyo?
I see that on the air. I go, what the fuck? What the fuck?
But it's like you're like working at like a slaughterhouse and there's just like a TV in the foreman's office. You're like wearing a hairnet and you're like carrying pork. I don't know why it always goes back to dead animals for some reason
You
on the
fancy
show.
yourself Rocky Balboa,
Yeah.
just sweeping entrails into a fucking ice truck.
And you look up through the manager's office and it's like, I'm from Snow-kyo.
It's on all the NBC stores in 30 Rock. Snow-kyo. Snow-kyo Drift. Snowman.
It's Marcello's playing
Yeah.
the character. So it's hot Japanese snowman.
Yeah, we love you, Marcello.
You can do no wrong.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, what are we at time wise? Okay, I gotta go to Stamford.
Well, here's me putting the microphone up my nose. One last trick for y'all. Oh, man.
Do you sniff it?
Pretty crazy, you
Dude.
guys.
Good.
No, it was really good. And you might not have kids.
Yeah. You pulling out tricks like that, dude?
That's
You
crazy.
got the whole neighborhood.
I know.
Hey, one more
Palm
time,
of your
Mike.
hand. This was beautiful. Oh, promote.
Brendan Sagalow on everything. Plus, I'll be. When does this come out? Oh,
Next week.
Next week.
Oh, we
Yeah.
didn't even talk about St. Patrick's Day at all. Happy St.
shit.
Patty's Day.
I'll be in
Irish
Portland next month.
Portland,
That's,
Maine or Oregon?
Oregon.
Nice.
And the exact dates for that is, hold on. Do you guys do dates?
What
or
club?
This is weird. I'm at Helium
Nice.
in Portland. The 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. Come on out
Baby.
to that.
Had a baby.
Yes.
Let's go.
And that's it.
Andrew,
Oh, and Sag Daddy to Pod.
which we were both a recent guest of.
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah.
I'll be at the Creek in the Cave in Austin, Texas, the 27th and the 28th and 29th. I will be at the Riot in Houston. Please come out to that. I need the money.
March 21st, Atlantic City. That is not going to sell out. Come out, please, for the love of God. Atlantic City Comedy Club.
There's
And
a
then,
great MC. He's going to sing a birthday song.
yeah, it's really fun. We've actually talked about him on every other podcast I've ever had. He's performed through some of the worst injuries I've ever seen happen on stage. It's crazy. Russ Gooten, wild guy, awful breath. Atlantic City Comedy Club, March 21st. April 4th, Detroit, Michigan, the Comedy Bar. April 5th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Low Lev Beer. Point Pleasant on April 17th at Uncle Vinny's. Then I'll be in Toronto on the 18th and 19th. More dates, MikeCannonComedy.com. Cole.
Nicole Lyons Productions on Instagram. Nicole Lyons
Wow,
Productions
Sims
on
talk.
Instagram.
That was
I've
good.
been practicing. Nicole Lyons Productions on Instagram.
Gakapatapasa.
Follow Beautiful Boys on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere you get pods.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Goodbye.